Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're so happy that you're here to celebrate this incredible group of graduates. Due to the ongoing nature of the pandemic, our graduation ceremony is going to go a little different than ordinarily. So what's going to happen is the students are going to proceed down. They're going to pick up their diploma, and then they're going to sit at their seats with you all. And then those who are speakers will be coming up to the podium to go for the speeches so that we can maintain the safety of everybody here. So we thank you all for your patience, and we're so excited for this graduating class. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our Dean of Instruction, Mr. Felix Cabrera, who will be reading the names of our graduates.
Good afternoon, everybody. All right, do we have our processional music going? Thank you so much. And first up, we have Adrian Aguayo. Lali Andrade Catalan. Saluted.
除咗個口罩，take 個 picture。
Plasencia. Eric Reyes. Misael Romo. Daniela Vega Perez. Wendy Zong. Come back up on stage. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much, class of 2021 and family. Let the speeches begin.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello and welcome, OCHS Matador family, friends, faculty, and graduates. It's truly an honor to stand before you as we celebrate this extraordinary class of graduates. Oakland Charter High School is more than a school. Sorry, I just remembered, we're allowed to take them off for speeches. Okay. It is above all a family, and you graduates are our why. You are why we choose to make our careers in education and why we feel hopeful for our society and our future. I stand here with a heart full of joy and respect for all that each of you have accomplished this extraordinary year. I have served in education for 24 years, and I can truly say that I have never met a class as strong, dedicated, adaptable, and persistent as the class of 2021. You all are the class that survived the pandemic, and we gathered here today could not be more proud of you or more humbled by the sacrifice and hard work it took to be here today. I know that each of you is dealing with your own personal struggles in this crazy pandemic world. Yet you are managing your apprehension and imagining what's possible, launching into the unknown, undeterred by the challenges this year has wrought, and ready to do worthy things with your lives. Life is an invaluable, precious gift. It's worthy of vibrantly living each day with gratitude for all that you have. I urge you to remind yourself to stay open to all that remains possible for you and diligent in the pursuit of your personal success and happiness. I encourage you to utilize your talents, not in pursuit of ease, money, or status, but for a cause that is truly worthy, that might change the world, one life at a time, beginning with your own. Sorry, it's been quite a year, right? As this year has shown us, it will be easy to get discouraged as you journey forward. Life will provide you with setbacks and challenges, yet remember that the quality of your character is defined not by the demanding circumstances and temporary setbacks, but rather by how you choose to respond, how you choose to face those inevitable challenges that life brings to all, and how you choose to live your life. Use your disagreements and differences with others as a path towards learning, acceptance, compassion, and understanding. And today, above all, rejoice in your triumph over whatever, no matter how big or small, may have stood in your way. And remember that while individuals in our society act as though they have it all figured out, no one really does. It's the daily choices we make that define who we are and how we live. When it comes to finances, relationships, family, emotional wellness, and physical health, we're all a work in progress. We need to listen to and lean on one another to become our best. It is only in community that we are made whole and our lives made meaningful. This class of graduates that we've come together to honor have left a very special mark on those who have worked with them. They are known to their teachers for the love and empathy that they have shown for one another through this difficult year. The bond that exists and will continue to unite them as they take this step into adult life. They look after one another as if they are family, and we as educators have been blessed to be welcomed into that family, to be on the receiving end of that love and that trust over the course of their time at Oakland Charter High School. Congratulations to the class of 2021. We could not be more proud of you. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you our Chief Executive Officer, Mrs. Evelia Villa.
Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias, ni hao. It is with great pleasure that I stand here in front of the beautiful class of 2021. This year for you all has been one like no other. You should be proud of the strength that carried you to this day. Never forget how strong you can actually be, and by no means ever give up on what you set yourself to do. Take a moment right now to thank your families. This wasn't easy for them either. The uncertainty of what we all were facing as a nation put a different type of burden on them too. So I would like for you right now to give a round of applause to your parents. I also want to take a moment for you all to give a round of applause to our teachers. Our teachers worked diligently this year. They never thought they would have to teach on a screen. And so with that, I would like for you all to give the teachers a round of applause. I challenge you all to be the change and to carry this position that you are in with pride and courage. Those that are coming behind you are watching. Congratulations again, go Matadors, and on you go to your next challenge, life and taxes.
Next up we have our student speakers. It is my honor to start with Adrian Aguayo, who will be reading the student speaker Vivian Hughes' speech. So Adrian, come on up.
Good morning, everyone. Just hold off a sec while I get it ready. Okay. Should be ready now. All right. So, good morning, everyone. Before I begin, like Mr. Becker said, I would like to advise you all that this speech was a collaboration between me and Vivian. So now let's start it. Welcome, everyone, to the class of 2021 graduation ceremony. Looking back to our freshman year, it feels like it was just yesterday we were getting our hoodies and earbuds confiscated and accidentally breaking our neighbors' windows during PE. Playing sports during lunchtime, sometimes even treating it like a Super Bowl or a World Cup final. Some of us have even jumped into this beautiful fountain, which, by the way, I think it looks way better with bubbles. We've made many wonderful, maybe even reckless memories together in and outside of school. But despite all of our shenanigans, we continue to mature into a dynamic class of graduates. All of you have demonstrated phenomenal growth in your academic abilities and character. 4 years and a pandemic later, we stand here today as seniors, ready to finish a momentous chapter in our lives. As a freshman, I had really high expectations for myself. I had hopes of getting straight A's, finishing with a 4.9 GPA, and even getting into Stanford University. Unfortunately, this was not the case. But although I wasn't able to commit myself to these plans, I can so confidently say that I am content and proud of my accomplishments and progress I've made within these last 4 years. I never would have thought that I would have taken advice from Harry Potter that quotes, "It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be." And that's the exact discovery that I made these past 4 years. I still yield the power to build a prosperous future for myself. Our past setbacks do not determine our future, and I believe every one of us is capable of achieving our own goals. Every one of us has the potential to find what makes us happy and be successful in life. High school is only a small fraction of our lives and will not determine where we will end up. And as we go our separate ways, I hope every one of you continues to build towards the future you envision yourselves in. Although we are now leaving high school in the past, we can't forget about those who have helped us to persevere to this very day. I would like to give a special thanks to my parents for guiding me towards my path of success, to Vivian and Sammy for helping me out with this speech, my barber for giving me this fresh cut, Admin for taking the time to organize this beautiful graduation, and my teachers for accepting a semester's worth of homework in just 2 days. Where you at? Thank you, Mr. Laufenberger. And finally, the rest of the OCH staff and families for the dedication to providing us an education. And most importantly, thank you to my peers for making these last 4 years an unforgettable roller coaster. I hope every one of you walks out of here today proud of your accomplishments. I am very thankful to be given this chance to grow with every single one of you. And as the famous National Geographic traveler Dora the Explorer once said, congratulations, class of 2021.
As a gentle COVID reminder, I look out on this beautiful group of people and I see a few people with their masks below their noses. I want to remind everybody that the pandemic, unfortunately, is not over. Masks need to be covering noses at all times. That's the only thing that makes it possible for us to join here together. So please make sure our masks are appropriately covering our noses. Thank you.
Next, it is my honor to invite up Ms. Samantha Brizuela, who will be reading the class valedictorian speech of Tracy Wen.
Good Good morning, class of 2021. Before we start, I want to say that this speech was a collaboration between Tracy and I. Now to get into it. I would like to thank the very people who have helped me get to where I am today. I want to thank my parents and family for their unconditional love and endless support. I want to thank the amazing teachers here who have given us a great amount of support and guidance through these past 4 years. To our school administrators who have worked very hard this year despite the circumstances we're in. And most importantly, I want to give thanks to my peers for always pushing each other and striving for a better tomorrow. The entire year, we've had challenges thrown at us left and right. We've definitely had a lot of curveballs along the way. But despite everything that has happened, here we all are, gathered celebrating our victories. We all deserve to be here together, even if we're not completely together. These past 4 years, I did not just come to school and virtual learning. I came and made some of the best memories, met some of the best people and teachers. For many of us, we're the first in our generation to graduate from high school and go to college. Being here, walking the stage, or in our case, the fountain, we've all made our families proud. These past 4 years, every single thing we've done has been for this moment. I've spent the last couple of days wondering what it meant to be a high school graduate. Did it mean breaking out of my shell and being more social? Did it only mean long nights of homework or endless testing? For me, it was all of those things, but it was so much more. It was more than just the hours I put into my work. It was more than breaking out of my shell and becoming more social. Being a high school student is about self-discovery and balancing yourself. Today, we're all making our little history by closing the end of this chapter and opening the crisp new pages to a new one. This moment we leave here, the next decisions we're going to make are ours. While that might seem excitingly daunting, I promise you that there are going to be thousands of opportunities waiting out here for you. As we all head off our separate ways, whether it's going to college or trade school or the military, I would like to say one last thing. Keep challenging yourself. Keep pushing yourself and testing your limits. Don't do something because it's easy. Do it because you're passionate about it. We're all curious about something, and whatever it may be, that's the thing pushing us here in front of our friends and family. I have no doubt that each and every one of us is going to be successful and content with their lives. I truly believe that, because as cliche as this might sound, when the going gets tough, you keep going. And every single one of us has kept going through these past 4 years, a pandemic, and with online learning. And here we are, still pushing against all odds. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for pushing through this year and being here today. Congratulations, class of 2021, we finally did it.
We have Ms. Ajanta Day and Mr. Mark Reynolds, who will be our staff speakers this afternoon. Please join us, Mrs. Day, Mr. Reynolds. And while I'm up here, when the interim, Ms. Perez, would you mind grabbing my phone? I'm worried that the cupcake man got lost. He's here? Thank you.
Dear students, families and staff, congratulations. Everyone here has contributed in different ways, small and big, to make this day possible. So congratulations, a big, big one. It is an honor to stand here in this beautiful morning to see the transition of some young, talented minds to high school graduates, our future. We have come a long way. We have made beautiful memories, all starting from your freshman year. I'll miss you all. But this year was far from normal. It was the most difficult year we all have ever encountered. But you persevered. You thrived, and you honored the hard work you were expected to do. So, thank you for proving yourselves again. you have tremendous respect from all of us for not just surviving this year, but crossing the finish line with flying colors. We are so thrilled for you, class of 2021. Remember to always balance your wisdom and knowledge to make an impact. Be honest with yourselves and others, it goes a long way. And above everything, always challenge yourself to be the best version of you. Go Matadors!
Well, I bet after a year of Zoom, it wasn't so bad having me for 2 years, huh? You know, I tried to warn you guys in world history. I tried to tell you about the plague, the bubonic plague, Spanish flu, but nobody listened. You know, I was trying to warn you. But anyways, the pandemic, as difficult as it's been, has been a good time to reflect on things. And I certainly have my regrets as a teacher, which is only natural when things get taken away from us, and that's what's happened. There were so many days when I was teaching where it's like, I cannot wait till it's 3:30 and I can go home and all my students feel the same way. Like, when is this class gonna end? What is he going on and on about? But here we are for the first time on campus since that day where we got the notice, hey, we're gonna be out of here for a few weeks and see what happens during the pandemic. And it's been, what, 15 months now? And here we are. And I keep coming back to the same question when I think about graduation is, what does it mean to be educated? And so that's what I want to talk about today, because I'm in person and I'm going to talk for a while because I'm really sick of Zoom. No, I'm going to try to keep it short. But you all have a high school diploma now, which in a sense makes you educated. Some of you are the first in your family to graduate high school, and some of you will be the first in your family to go to college, and that's a great accomplishment. You know, the education system gets a lot wrong. We all know that. And as a teacher, I certainly have made my share of mistakes over the years. But what you'll hopefully leave here with is a set of skills in a body of knowledge that will allow you to adapt to the world as it changes. Because the world is unpredictable, as we've all recently learned. There's no way that as educators we can predict what the future is going to look like in 5 years or 10 years. So we can't really prepare you for that, but we can give you the knowledge and skills to be able to maximize your talents. You know, being educated really means that you can figure things out for yourself, that you don't really need us anymore and that you can do things on your own. The biggest flaw I see in our education system, though, and a flaw that I was certainly guilty of at times as a teacher, is assuming that kids can't do things. You know, they can't listen to a lecture anymore because of Snapchat and Instagram and Netflix, so you can't talk to them for very long because they can't listen. Or, you know, the SATs, those are really hard, so let's just get rid of the SATs, right? And I think that that's really a disservice, because I know college professors, and even on Zoom, they're going to lecture, right? They're going to lecture for a long time, and you're going to have to listen. And that's just reality. You know, and I think the first year I taught you guys in world history, my expectations were not high enough, but then last year when I taught you in English, having reflected on that year, you know, we really raised the bar, and I think that we got a lot out of having higher expectations last year. And so anything you do now is a down payment on your future. Any hard work you put in now is going to benefit you down the line. And I look out at some of the students here who I wrote letters of recommendation for to go to college, students going to schools like Cal, the best public university in the country, or Stanford, or UC Davis, University of San Diego, UC San Diego, Santa Barbara. I mean, some of the best schools in the country that our students are going to, and it's because of the hard work and sacrifices that they made. You know, the hard work, the determination, the focus, the concentration, it does pay off. And it certainly beats being bored out of your mind, waiting for the clock to hit 3:30 so you can go home. And certainly everything, you know, beats being bored out of your mind in Zoom school. And there's no better feeling in my mind than losing track of the time because you're so fully and deeply engrossed in what you're doing. So as painful as it is, oftentimes I think it pays off. So in the end, you know, with all the time that I've had to think about things over the last year, you know, being at home, I've thought about what's most important to me in my life, and reflecting on that, outside of my own daughters, my own family, you know, the people that I'm fondest of are the people that are here, the people I've taught at Oakland Charter High School and worked with for the last 4 years. And I'm really proud of you all. I love you all. Good luck in your next endeavors, and go Matadors.
So a couple of quick logistics. We have senior gifts in the back on the table. So we're going to depart by rows after a little while. So just not quite yet, but I just want to explain what's going to happen. We're going to have staff depart by rows in keeping with COVID guidelines. Graduates will be able to pick up their senior gift. Students, we want to let you know that your yearbooks, due to COVID, will arrive on the 18th of June. So we will warmly welcome you back to come and pick them up. And if you're not around, we will make every effort to mail it to you. Just stay in touch with us, okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to have families come this way, and they're going to have senior gift. Then we're going to pick up our senior OCHS, congratulations graduates, chocolate bars. And then families are invited to pick up their pack of cupcakes and mosey on across the street, where we have set up 4 stations for graduates and their families to have a photo opportunity before you depart. We also have Mr. Kim and his incredible creative technologies class having made a memorable senior project. It's absolutely stunning, and when you all see it, you're going to love it. So seniors, there's a pin over there for you all to leave your kind words to one another. Just a little place for you guys to collect and connect with each other, collect memories and connect with each other. And parents, we want to let you know that the senior portraits will be available to you, and we will be in touch after graduation regarding how to go about getting the senior portraits. So congratulations. I'm going to ask for Mr. Becker to come up here, and we're going to, without further ado, commemorate the class of 2021.
Hey guys. Hey, Mr. Becker. I was gonna say I can't tilt my screen up, so can everybody just look at the sky while I talk so I don't get nervous? I'm just kidding. Before we do the turning of the tassels, which is tradition, I'd like to thank the staff that have worked, the staff that have been on campus pretty much every day through the pandemic. And so if we could just give them kind of, if you're one of those staff, I know a couple just walked to the blacktop to help set that up, but if we could just give them a round of applause. I'm going to thank one more person who without him, I think none of this could have gotten pulled off in the 2 weeks that we did it. I know it was a stressful event, but we are so happy, and we're so happy to have you here. Mr. Paul Scholes, Special Projects Coordinator for Oakland Charter High School. And then at this time, I'm going to ask that all the graduates stand. And we're going to just honor you one more time before. Let's give them a round of applause. So for those of you who know me well, I started as an English and history teacher at Oakland Charter High School many moons ago. I can say with certainty that the proudest moments for me are when I believe that we have in some small way helped students to find their own true voice, to better come to understand their own hearts, and to catch a glimpse or to behold in full view their own passion for living. If we have done this for any of you, we are so honored. If you wish to honor us further, the staff and teachers of Oakland Charter High School, all you need do is keep in touch. Visit us while on your journey, send an email, make a phone call, friend us on Facebook, or LinkedIn, or Instagram, or whatever social media platform there is that's yet to be invented. We will again be grateful. Now to the turning of the tassel. The turning of the tassel is a tradition used to signify transition from candidate to graduate. The tassel is worn on the right side at the start of the ceremony and is moved to the left at its end. Candidates, you may now turn your tassel to the left. I declare you the 10th graduating class of Oakland Charter High School, the class of 2021. We'll start. Just wait for the ushers.
Please wait for the ushers to come and escort you through the line. Again, we have to stay COVID safe, so we're going to start out our link through ushers. We're going to start out with the very final row in the back on this side, please, on the right.